So I was thinking that some of you might be interested to see the setup that we've built here at Zodimus Rex for our silk screening. Instead of going out and obviously buying some expensive equipment, we're doing everything we can to build what we need and work with what we have. Rather important considering that we do live in Astoria, New York, and we work out of our apartment. So everything that we can do to make use of what we have and repurpose it, or have something that turns into equipment that we can use to do our silk screening and such, and then convert it back into livable space and that kind of thing, is rather important. So what you're looking at right here is actually a table that we have, a rather inexpensive table. I think it's like an IKEA table, that we've converted into a silkscreen station, and I've just kind of got it set up right now just to show you that there's just a screen in place. So I will show you what we did just to modify things and make it so that this table kind of converts back and forth into a table, and that we can use as a dining table kind of, or do our silk screening. So I've taken the setup off of the table just so that I can actually show you how we put it together and what modifications I've done, so we can walk through that. So luckily for this, on this table, there's actually this kind of lip underneath. So all I've done was able to drill 2 holes so that then I can insert some large metal rods. And I just picked these up at Home Depot or any kind of home goods store. And then I've got a little like a rubber washer, and then a metal washer, and then a little wing nut. You'll see that then I insert that through the hole, and then I'll show you the next part. Okay, so I've inserted the 2 metal rods through the table, through the holes that I had drilled. You can see that on the outside. Here is the inside, what that looks like. The next step is I went and got a 2x4. I think in this case I had one on hand. And I did a couple things to that. So we need something for the metal rods to kind of attach to the 2x4. So in this case, I again had some of these little brackets from a leftover piece of furniture or something that I had. I'm sure that you could pick these up at a home goods store as well. But they fit very nicely to the rod that I had mounted in the table. You can see how I made a couple attempts there to position that. But this really then just slides on. Let's see if I get this the right direction. Yeah, this just slides on into place, and then you're almost set. So I've gone ahead and slid the 2x4 in place and position. Then I'm just adding another washer and my second wing nut. Trying to get that finger tight. Do that again for the second one. And just snug it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be incredibly tight. That's pretty good. So the last thing that I did was then, over the years, we've collected these for different classes and things like that, let's say. But they really are meant for screen printing. These hinges and clamps. These kind of things you'd have to buy either online, or you could buy at an art supply store that sells screen printing supplies and such. But these just simply attach to the 2x4 then with 2 screws. And that's kind of the beauty of this 2x4 now, because otherwise you'd be screwing this directly into the surface of your table which, again, I know I said this is a rather cheap and expensive IKEA table, but at least in doing this, you're kind of hiding any of the marring that you might do to the table, and it can be removed. So we can remove this, tuck it away in a closet, and then reattach it when we need to. And the only thing you've done to the table really is put those 2 holes in it. So once we have the various clamps on here, and we've got 3 attached to this 2x4 just to simply accommodate for smaller or larger silk screens that we would attach. Then your silk screen just simply clips into the clamps just like you would normally would. Works pretty well for us right now, and just thought that you guys would be interested, and we'll keep you posted on any kind of other DIY kind of things that we've done throughout our apartment in order to run our business. Until next time, thanks.